Welcome to Carrying On with TravelSMG. I'm Stephanie McCracken with Travel Show Marketing Group, joined by my co-host Kelly Wright, one of our travel agent relations managers. And as you know already, the goal of this podcast is to take you beyond the forum and give you an insider look into our events and the travel industry as a whole. Today, we're sharing a conversation we recorded on site at the Las Vegas Travel Agent Forum with Jonathan Morris, owner and president of Legato. And Legato is a host agency, so if you're a newer travel agent or just considering a new host, this episode offers a great look at what host agencies do and how different business models can impact your success. But Kelly first, hello, are you recovered from Las Vegas plus ASTA?
Yes, I am finally recovering. I think it was a rough couple of weeks, but I'm back.
Yes, and now of course we're in the middle of getting ready for Romance Travel Forum, and it's crazy busy around these parts. But it was great to see everybody in person, and our first ASTA event. I loved seeing what we did there, and can't wait to continue that partnership with them in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of fun. I had a great time at ASTA and in San Diego. And I got a little fun afterwards too.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me a little bit more about your conversation with Jonathan Morris when you were in Vegas.
Yeah, it was really great. We kind of escaped the Sandals lunch about 15 minutes early to go kind of record this interview just to hear a little bit more about them. And you're a travel agent, so you understand host agencies and the differences between them more so than I do. I just know as a cursory person in the industry now and working these events. So it was really great to talk to him firsthand. You know, one of the first questions I asked him is, what is a host agency? Because I know any newer travel agent in the business is going to be completely overwhelmed with that type of information. So hearing what a host agency is straight from a person running a host agency was great, and I loved it.
Yeah. I think that was one of my biggest things when I first started, was trying to figure out, what is a host agency? What's the goal here? As an agent, what do I want to do? And trying to figure that all out is really hard, especially when you're brand new to the industry and you've never done it before and you just have this dream of, yes, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we talked about. You know, we talked about what they do that's different, what they do that's similar, everything about what sets them apart. And it was a really great conversation. And with that, here's our conversation with Jonathan Morris from Legato. Today, I'm excited to be talking with Jonathan Morris, owner and president of Legato, a host agency built to make running a travel business simpler and more profitable. Thanks for talking with me today.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having me today. Yeah.
So just tell me a little bit about yourself and your background and how you ended up with Legato.
Yeah, so I'm actually second generation travel. My dad's been doing this for 35 plus years. And back in 2013, we started Legato Travel with the heart of always wanting to be a host agency. And I was a DoD contractor before then and come from an agile project management background. So spent 5 years being an agent to get trained in the industry. But then we always wanted to be a host agency and do something different and actually work to fix some of the kind of the woes of the industry and take it forward. And that's where the heart of Legato is kind of built from. And that's why we're called Legato, because it's the Latin root word for legacy. Okay. So that's how we're here today. So
okay, great. And so for someone completely new in the industry, we're at the Las Vegas Travel Agent Forum right now. This will run more towards the summer, but a lot of the agents at this specific event are new to the industry, just starting out, coming to the forum to really learn and figure things out. What is a host agency?
Great question. So we equate it to kind of the brokerage and a real estate market, kind of like a RE/MAX. So at the core of what a host agency does, it's at minimum the license to sell travel. Every travel transaction has to have a license attached to it. So you got the license to sell, and then a lot of host agencies, like ourselves and all the big boys and traditional hosts, it's training, it's marketing assistance, it's any sort of systems and mentorship and things like that, the agent community. But at the very core, it's the license and getting paid to actually for commissions and stuff like that.
Okay, all right. And what makes you guys different than the other host agencies as agents are researching, looking into other ones?
Yeah, we're built differently, and we're built that way on purpose. So we actually own every aspect of our business. And what I mean by that is we are ARC accredited, so fully licensed, and we're also independent as well. So we are not members of any consortia. We actually operate as our own consortium based on our volume. We unlock a lot of consortia benefits. So we own our tech platform. So we have a full service, full stack development team. We have a full back office solution. We do all of our training. We do all of our marketing in-house. We do all of our events. And those types of things are all done. And then, like I said, all the supplier relations, the consortia stuff, which at the end of the day is all about supplier management and negotiating the contracts and, marketing assistance and training and stuff like that. So we do it all in-house. So when agents need to make a change or want to make a change, then we can adapt to that. So what that allows us to do is another heart of Legato is we wanted to level the playing field, not only for agents, but for suppliers. So on the agent side, every agent gets a 90-10 split. There are no monthly, there's no annual fees, there's no sales quotas, there's no long-term contracts. So if we want to get paid, our agents have to get paid. So it builds a natural partnership that we make no passive income off of our agents. So we wake up every day ready to go to work on behalf of our customer, our primary customer, our agents. And then on the supplier side, because we're not members of consortium, things like that, I didn't view that a preferred supplier kind of mechanism was the right way to administer a supplier network. So what we do there is we actually holistically rate our suppliers, and we look at things like what's their commission levels, do we have any customer agent complaints, how easy it is to book, what type of sales and marketing collateral do they provide, are they attending our conference, are they supporting any training and marketing initiatives, the whole kit and caboodle. Because at the end of the day, we believe it's three parties that execute travel. And it's the agent, they've got the customer has the card and the relationship right there. It's the host, we've got the license, all the back end stuff. And then it's the supplier, they've got the product. So by aligning everybody to focus on the customer, it creates that win-win-win. Customer's happy, we all win. So our suppliers like that because they get to control their destiny. Our agents control their destiny. I want to control mine, and our suppliers can as well. And there's not that pay-to-play system and hierarchy. So we keep that healthy level of competition there. We vet every supplier coming in. I'm very proud to say that everyone coming into Legato has talked to either myself or my dad, Bill. Every supplier, every agent has talked to a Morris. And we want to keep that relationship because at the end of the day, we as a company are relationship based, and we believe the natural byproduct is sales. So it's taking it from a business perspective and saying we want to make sure that they're treated like business owners and they just happen to work in the travel industry. So we work well with those folks who have that entrepreneur spirit and things like that. So that's kind of how we're kind of an odd duck in the industry where we do control our entire product and we don't subscribe to some traditional thought processes that I don't believe is necessarily healthy for the health of the industry. So
yeah, you talked about relationships, and we are at Travel Show Marketing Group are event planners, so we really value, especially face-to-face, meeting people, reconnecting with people, networking. That's what the Las Vegas Travel Agent Forum is about. So I love to hear you talking about that. Yeah. And I have so many notes and backgrounds pieces about your company and you, but one thing that stuck out to me is this one little line that what happens when a business is built to be simple from the start, because things can just get complicated and it starts compounding on each other. AI, systems, so many different system choices, so many different ways to handle things. So what does that statement mean to you at Legato?
Yeah, so coming from an agile background, the idea here is that technology should be leveraged properly to facilitate relationship, remove friction, help you be efficient without being a burden. So that's how we've built our system, not only the technical side, but the philosophy and the policy side of Legato as well. So we want to keep things simple. And again, give people the boundaries. Obviously, there's seller of travel laws, there's best practices. So here's your box, and you get to play within that box as the law is defined and build whatever you want to do. We believe that folks are the business owners, and what we need to do is create a toolbox. No matter where they're starting, new to industry, if you've been around for 20 years, we've got a toolbox that can handle wherever you're at in that evolution. Any good system that is simple to the user is going to be complex under the hood. But if you can keep it simple in its approach and simple in its delivery, then that's where you start to shine. And that's where we're really excited with like our Turn and Travify partnerships. We were Turn's first host agency partner many years ago, and David and the crew over there are just amazing. But we have been integrated with them for about 11 months at this point. So any sales that process through Turn go into our system Montes, and then we're getting to roll out our Travify integration here in the next probably 30 to 60 days. So working with key partners in the industry to really remove a lot of that friction and administrative burden that for so many years agents have bore the weight of, fragmented systems and data that's spread out over places. So really working hard to make sure that agents have the toolbox and it's easy and simple to use is key.
Great. Now, so you've said a lot of great information about what you guys do. Mm-hmm. So if agents are interested in either switching to you guys as a host or if they're new agents looking for a host, what are the steps they need to take if they're interested?
It's just going to our website. So our onboarding process, I like to say easy in, easy out, because we don't do long-term contracts. It's all about fit with Legato. So go to our website, you'll schedule a meeting. I'll give you a call at that time. You'll talk to me and just want to see if we're a good fit for you. We do find that our ideal agent is business-minded, has that entrepreneur spirit, that grit that's necessary to build a business. And we want to make sure that we move folks from being travel agents into travel professionals. And that's going back to the heritage of being a travel agent back, decades ago, where I believe over the years we've kind of lost some of that professionalism sometimes, and it's this idea of travel agents still exist ? And it's like we need to start elevating as an industry. Travel agents need to be in the same breath as in my mind, engineers and lawyers and real estate agents and professional services that have been around. And we can do that by taking the wisdom from decades ago, modernizing it, moving it forward. That's why we use the term travel agents still today. I love that this is the Travel Agent Forum myself. So it's a harken back to that heritage. So yeah, long story short, go to the website, schedule a meeting.
Yes, and we'll definitely have the link in the show notes for sure.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, not only on this little interview for the Carrying On podcast, but just being with us at the Las Vegas Travel Agent Forum.
Yeah.
We love just connecting with all our partners. And so this just makes a huge difference to the industry. Mm-hmm. And just, it's about relationships. So thank you so much.
Of course. No, thank you very much for having us. This is our first industry event. We got told that the TA Forum was the place to start. So I'm excited, getting ready to go do this thing and really, really appreciate your team. Y'all have done an absolutely amazing job.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.